Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day. I am coming off of sabbatical. I did 6 weeks of just stepping away from pastoral ministry, chaplaincy work, and of course this social media page to rest and refocus, regroup, regenerate, and reconnect in a new and I guess maybe in a new way, but maybe in an old way where before I was leading in ministry, just being. And it felt really, really, really good. I had a chance just to study the word without actually having to teach it, which was really fun. And I went to Easter for the first time in years and years and years and years, where I could sit and receive in a sunrise service rather than having to be a part of the church activities. And it felt really good. So anyway, these last 40 days have been such a great time for me to read the word with, I believe God's given me a new perspective and also just a place of feeling refreshed. I think it's good for us. Did my life stop? Absolutely not. I still worked my regular job. As most of you know, I own a workers' compensation consulting firm. I have for the last 20 years. And I also help injured workers navigate through the workers' compensation system. So I ran my business as usual. And as you all know, I'm dating someone right now. And so, of course, our relationship continued to blossom. And I got to hang out with friends. I didn't go anywhere special. Went to the beach a couple of times, but just kind of hung out. I live close, maybe a couple hours away where I could go and get away a little bit. But mostly it was just using the time that I normally use for chaplaincy work, pastoral work, and managing this Facebook page to connect with God. I think it was good for me, and I feel fired up and ready to go for tomorrow night as we step back into reading the Bible every Thursday evening here, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. If you need to take some time away from maybe a project or something, I think just a few hours sometimes to get away is good, away from the everyday ordinary in order to kind of regroup and refocus, where you don't have any kids, any real obligations for a few hours, and you can just kind of rest. I don't think that my sabbatical had anything like over the top that happened to me, anything like that. But I do know that there's been just this slight shift in perspective about coming before people and sharing love, life, and wisdom. Just had a friend of mine today say, Patty, you are such a plethora of knowledge. I said, plethora is a good word. I love using that. But I love being able to come out here and share God's love in this practical way and give insight and perspective into the Word of God. I believe it is an ancient text that has stood the test of time, has a wealth of knowledge and wisdom for how we can live out our life today. And whether they are parables or factual history, or even myth, if you even want to go so far as to say, hey, I believe some of these things, like did Cain and Abel actually ever really exist as brothers? Like were those really real people? Let's just take, for example, that maybe they weren't. But can you not take away something from the message of that account as it was written, whether fiction or not? And I feel like we can meet people in a place where if we're old enough and to understand simple constructs of life, that I believe we're old enough to gain wisdom from the Bible. And I've been able to hang out with people from the ages of 5 to 95 in the last 6 weeks. And the wisdom and knowledge that I was able to gain through that broad perspective, that the 5-year-old taught me just as much as being in front of the 95-year-old, actually 96. But I say all of that to say I've experienced life and death in these last 6 weeks in various capacities, and with people in my life. And so I have so much to share, and yet I'm just so happy to be here as my 40 days of sabbatical has ended. And I hope that you will continue to join me on this adventure that we call life, and leading with love and living on purpose. So stay tuned. I got a lot of info that I want to share with you. Just some tidbits and things that have come across that I wrote down because I'm like, I don't want to miss this. It's such a good point. This is such a good learning experience. So I want to bring that to you with some fresh new perspective as well, as I feel refreshed and ready to jump back in the Word with you and dive into life, that we could stand shoulder to shoulder and lock arms together and love and live and share wisdom. Lead with love and live on purpose. See you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, here live. Can't wait.